welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my most anticipated books of 2021, just books that I'm excited for. A lot of them are the end to a series or a duology, and then some of them are debut novels by new authors. And I'm really excited to get into this. These are books I've been waiting forever for, and I hope to have you just as excited about these books as I am. Before we get into this video, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I just hit 600 and I wanted to thank you guys for that. And let's get me to 1,000 question mark. As usual, I could not find paper, so I've written down everything I'm going to talk about on a important document, but who cares? Let's get into this video. These are in no specific order. I don't have a list of ones that I'm most excited for to least excited for. I just have books I'm looking forward to. So first, Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mayurin. I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry. This is the third installment of the Serpent and Dove trilogy. I'm so excited because I love Lou LeBlanc and Reed Diggory so much. They're one of my favorite ships of 2020 that I started reading, that I found, that I was obsessed with. I absolutely love the world building, the world that they're in, the witch and witch hunter trope, and I'm very excited to read Gods and Monsters given how Blood and Honey left off. And since Blood and Honey came out kind of recently, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, so I'm not going to say anything about the ending, but there was like kind of a cliffhanger. So that's going to be so fun. I can't believe I have to wait until like August to read it. I will get that arc if it's the last thing I ever do. And I've already read this one, but I really wanted to talk about She's Too Pretty to Burn by Wendy Hurd. It is a sapphic release. I read an arc of it like, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago, and it is so good. It's not like super complex or hard to understand or anything like that. You would think it's more middle grade by the writing style, not even middle grade, just like not as good as like a fantasy kind of writing style. But the contents of it absolutely are not meant for children's eyes. It is insane. The ending is shocking. It's so good. And the relationship isn't exactly like amazing. I didn't find myself waiting for the relationship part of the book to happen. I really just wanted to know about the plot and like the thriller aspect of it. So definitely check that out. It'll be out in March, I think? May? I'm not sure, but it's really good. Make sure to check it out. And the cover was just released. I hate my neighbors. Next is The Bronzed Beast by Rashni Chakshi, and this is the final installment of the Gilded Wolves trilogy, and I am so excited. The ending of The Silvered Serpents was crazy. I was on the floor losing my mind, and I have been waiting for The Bronze Beast for about 7 months now. That's not a long time, but still I am dying to read it. I know it's going to be a great ending for the Gilded Wolves gang, especially for Severin and Layla, who I literally never stop thinking about. Like, I think about them at least 7 times a day. I have absolutely no idea what Rashni is going to do with this finale. She said she even surprised herself, so I am so terrified, but I know it's going to be amazing. The writing is going to be amazing. The character evolutions are going to be amazing. It's going to be so good. Next is a debut novel called Gear Breakers, and I don't know much about this book. I just know it has sapphics and cyberpunk and robots, and that just sounds really cool. So I'm 100% going to be there. I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for it. I just know it's going to be great. new YA material. And I love that we're getting so many new kind of genres with sapphic love interests and like sapphic main characters. And next is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, author of Red, White, and Royal Blue. This will be her second book. This comes out in June, and it is, honestly, the plot summary kind of confuses me. I'm like, what? Because every time time travel's mentioned, my brain just like quits. My brain leaves. Anytime like any book or show has time travel, I'm like, cut the cameras, I'm so confused. But nevertheless, I love Casey's writing style, so I'm 100% gonna be there. I know it's gonna be good, and it is also sapphic. So we get women and time traveling, and it's going to be super fun. Next is another sapphic book. It's called She Drives Me Crazy by Kelly Quinlan, and I have been waiting for this for like a year probably. I have wanted to read this for so long, and I never got the arc for it, and I'm so sad about that, but it's gonna be amazing. It is a sapphic enemies to fake dating to lovers between a basketball player and a cheerleader, and oh my god, it is everything I could have ever wanted, like all piled up into one. It's also by Kelly Quinlan, who wrote Her Name in the Sky, which was also a sapphic book, and I really loved that book a lot, so I just know I'm going to like absolutely adore She Drives Me Crazy. Like, I know I'm gonna love the writing style, the plot, the characters. I cannot wait. Next is Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo, and this is conflicting for me because I gave King of Scars 5 stars. Again, I give out 5 stars way too easily. I just enjoy one aspect of a book and I'm like, you get 5 stars, you get 5 stars, and it is a terrible rating system because objectively the book was supposed to be the Nikolai duology, and I also would have been fine with half and half Zoya and Nikolai. Like, also I love her, so don't see the problem there. My problem was with Nina's point of views. They did not fit the book. Like, it just felt like I was reading 2 books at the same time with alternating chapters. Like, it's ridiculous. And Nina's chapters were boring. Like, I'm sorry, they were just so boring. I'm here for Zoya and Nikolai. Like, that's it. I'm here for Zoyalai. I want to get my Zoyalai wedding endgame, all of it, and I want to know what happens to both of them. So that's why I'm going to be reading Rule of Wolves, but I really wish Leigh would just kind of finish with the Grishaverse. Like, after this, like, Grishaverse done, and then focus on Ninth House, because I actually love the entire plot of Ninth House. I love the characters, I love the story, I love the writing. It's all really good, especially because it's Leigh's like first dip into new adult, so we get more graphic content than we get from the Grishaverse. So I really am looking forward to Rule of Wolves for Zoya and Nikolai, but really not for anything else. This is also a tricky one, Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. I'm looking forward to it because I am in love with Matthew and also with Cordelia, and I want to know what happens to them, and I want them to end up together, even though I know they won't, because Cassandra Clare fucking hates them, I guess, and like loves James for some reason. She's obsessed with her own hair and nails, but I just really want to know what happens for them. And also Thomas and Alistair are really interesting and complex, and I find that they compel me to read more as well. So even though these books are like almost 1,000 pages, I'm going to be reading for 4 out of like the 12 characters. So that's really cool, but I'm reading for the characters. Don't remember a single part of the plot of the books at all, besides James and Cordelia's fake engagement and Matthew being in love with her. So next is A Court of Silver Flames. Again, a bit sticky. I'm reading for Nesta and Cassian. Not necessarily the story. I don't care about the world. I don't think about it ever, except for when I think about Nesta and Cassian. They were the only characters within Sarah J. Maas's universe that really interested me and made me want to read more, which is why I read an entire series where every book was like 700 pages for 2 characters who weren't even the main characters. I hate myself. Nesta is just such a cool character, and I want to see her get the ending that she deserves, and the Nessian angst is going to be incredible. I just know I'm going to be like on the edge of my seat reading it, gonna stay up all night to finish. It's so stupid that I'm doing that for an SJM book, but whatever. Next is May the Best Man Win, and this is kind of a sporty romance book. It is about 2 high schoolers, and I think they fake date. It is an MM romance with a trans man main character, and I'm so excited to read this. First off, the cover really enticed me. I think it is so cute, and then the plot really enticed me. I just think that the fake dating homecoming high school thing is going to be so cute, and I'm really excited for it and excited for the author, who is also trans. So make sure to check this book out when it drops. I will probably talk about it once I read it, maybe do a makeup look for it, and I cannot wait to dive into that book. I've already read this, but Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers, and I've already talked about it in other videos before, but again, it is a sapphic book about a girl who just graduated college. She's an astronomer. She doesn't really know what she wants to do with her life. She's not really getting far ahead, and then she marries a girl drunkenly in Vegas and has to find her again, and it is just so gorgeous. The writing is beautiful. Like, I was stopping every 5 minutes to write down one of the quotes because they're just so gorgeous and aesthetic, and I don't know, there's something about honey and roses and champagne, and it's like you're reading it through rose tinted glasses, and it's so hard to describe, but I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing, and I definitely need you all to go check it out once it comes out next month. Next is Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong, and I can't even talk about this without my blood pressure going up. I'm so excited for this book. I cannot wait to read. Actually, I can wait because I know it's going to break my fucking heart, but Juliet and Roma's end, it might be violent according to the title, but I'm really hoping that Chloe might stray from the Romeo and Juliet plot just a little bit, but I don't know. I think the double death trope could serve, but it'd just be nicer if they lived. But this is so unique because it was lovers to enemies to lovers to enemies to lovers. I think I got that. I think I got the amount of that right. I'm not sure. But I am so excited to read them as enemies again. It was brilliant in the first half of These Violent Delights, so I know that Chloe is going to serve even more in the next one, and I am waiting so impatiently. And I don't know if you can sense a theme here, but once again, Counting Down With You, a fake dating book. It is a debut by a new author, and I'm really excited to read it. It sounds really interesting. It's like the bad boy and the smart girl, and they fake date, and I absolutely just love that trope. It just serves every single time. I'm curious to see how Tashi writes in this book, because I have been keeping up with little snippets of her next books that are dark retellings of like Rapunzel, I think, and the writing is exquisite. So I am really excited to see the writing in this book, and if it is the same as the one she's writing right now, or if, because this was her debut, it's a little less like intense and like emotional. But anyways, I'm pretty sure it comes out in March. I could be wrong, it might be April, but I'm really excited, and I definitely think you should check this book out once it releases. And lastly, we have The Hollowed Heart by Marie Rudkowski, and this is the sequel to The Midnight Lie about Sid and Niram, and I could not be more excited. This sapphic book, I think half the books on this list are sapphic. I love that for me. Anyways, I am incredibly excited for Dark Niram. We're gonna see Niram without a heart, without conscience, emotions, anything like that. Like, her heart is gone. And I cannot wait to see Sid bring her back to her humanity, or help her get her heart back, or whatever is going to happen in that book. It is going to be insane. I know Sid is just gonna come back and be absolutely destroyed when she finds out what happened to Niram. It is going to make me insane. I've been waiting for this for almost a year, and God, it's gonna be so good. Like, I can't even talk about it. I love Sid and Niram so much, and for those of you that have read it, you know that it is like really pretty and gorgeous, and the characters are just to die for, and this plot is going to be incredible. But yeah, that is it for the list of books that I am anticipating in 2021. I don't think I missed any, and if I did, that sucks. Let me know in the comments if you are also excited for any of these books, or any books that I didn't mention, and I will probably add them to my TBR if I like the description. But yeah, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Next week, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I will see you guys then. Bye!